Hello, my name is William, and first wanted to share a short story at Stevewolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I never knew what a public adjuster was until that one day. I was flying around the lake when all of a sudden Steve came flying around the corner towards the lake. Well, there was no time to stop. I flew right into the car's front grille. Boy, did that hurt. He stopped right away and very gently pulled me out of his grille. I was shaken up. He apologized to me and asked if I was all right. I asked him what he was doing out here and he said he had an appointment with a client. Steve said he was a public adjuster and was going to give a policy review to a homeowner who lives along the lake. Then he asked me, "Do I rent or own?" I said we own. So, Steve asked if I would be interested in a policy review also. So we decided he would come back next Tuesday at 5:30. I get off from work at 5 o'clock. Steve then went on his way. When I got home I told my wife about everything. Boy, was she upset. "Why did you say yes to him?" I thought she was upset because of the accident. I was wrong. I said he seemed to be a really nice guy. He was so gentle when he was pulling me out of his car grill. So, I said, "Listen, just give him a chance. If it starts going south, we will have an emergency that just came up and cancel." So she went along with it. Okay, it is now Tuesday and about 5:15 here comes Steve pulling up to the water's edge. My wife and I quickly got out of the lake. We were finishing up a little swim. After all, he was supposed to arrive at 5:30. I introduced Steve to my wife and I showed him the policy. My wife was staring him down something fierce. Steve was asking us how we like it living out here and for how long. Steve finished looking over our policy and started to ask us a few questions. Then he lowered the boom. He pointed out we have ACV not RCV on our contents. RCV. I thought he was talking about a remote control vehicle. He showed us how large our deductible was. I nearly fell into the lake. There was something about code upgrades. Steve was very informative. He really knew his stuff. My wife really took a shining to him. He explained various options and then received an emergency call. He politely excused himself. We thanked him and wished him well. About 2 months later it happened. It was awful. There were a couple guys fishing at the lake not far from our home. Well, they were smoking and when they left, they threw their cigarettes in the weeds. I don't have to tell you what happened next. A fire started raging towards our home. There was nothing we could do but get out. Afterwards, I called Steve and told him about what happened. He was very sorry to hear this, and asked me what he could do to help. We told him we were staying with friends on the other side of the lake. Steve then asked me, did we take any of his advice about making changes to our policy? I said yes we did. He looked things over and then we started the paperwork. Boy, I am so glad we listened to Steve. As he pointed out, we had coverage. We were living in a branch, stick and twig home, and Steve showed me our construction was covered under frame dwelling on the declaration page. The whole process went very smoothly and he helped us adjust to the disaster in our lives. Over the years we have all become great friends. My wife and Steve's wife Donna. We go sailing quite a bit out on the lake. I recommend Stevewolbach, wings down. Let him do a policy review for you. And if you have had damage to your home, call him to represent you during your claim process. He knows how to deal with the insurance companies. Remember, Stevewolbach, your friendly public adjuster.